Hi guys! Welcome to another episode of the Night Bloomers podcast. We're going to be doing like a sort of similar thing to we do all the time, but this time it's going to be high school stories.
And you know what they say about high school? High school practically just means drama.
The text does have rubbish grammar.
Yeah, so when I read it, bear with me, but it's actually very interesting. So
Alright, let's go.
I was accused of stalking in high school. This started in my freshman year of high school, but it didn't come into effect in my sophomore year. This is a currently ongoing story as I'm still in high school, and pretty much a rumor is going around the school that I had stalked a girl in my freshman year. In my freshman year of high school, I didn't have many friends, so I started making some eventually. I made friendship with a girl who would sit at Walmart that was right next to my school. Everybody in the school would always go to this Walmart to get picked up. Me and the girl started becoming really close friends, and after a long time of me knowing her, I ended up falling for her. She rejected me, and soon after that I stopped talking to her. But I would still go to Walmart because this is where I got picked up and this is where all my friends went. The year eventually passes, and now I'm in my sophomore year, and I still went to Walmart, but now most of my friends aren't there anymore. Around this time, I found out that the girl still went to Walmart, which originally she only went there to see me. Since I was really bored, I decided to see if I could still talk to her. I did, and I continued talking to her for weeks, although I could tell it's not the same as it used to be. Eventually, one day, she gets one of her bigger friends to tell me to never talk to her again. I was never given a reason, but I was okay with it, and that was it. That was supposed to be the end of the story. Since that day, I never talked to her, and I never even though about her anymore, but I still went to Walmart. Again, that's where I get picked up. Of course, I wouldn't sit by the girl. I would still sit on the computer opposite the side, or I would stay by the entrance, usually just on my phone. Then we fast forward later into a year. It's about to be winter break, and I had just recently got into an argument with one of my very close friends, and we aren't going to talk for a while. The day right after that, another one of my female friends comes up to me and asks me if I stalked someone last year. Obviously, I didn't, so I was extremely confused. A whole back and forth argument started of me saying that I didn't stalk anyone, and them saying I did. The only problem was my friend didn't know who the girl was. Eventually, I found out that whoever the girl was, they were the ex of one of my close friends at the time. Eventually, after they told me that the name of the girl, is when I realized it was the girl I talked to last year who told me to never talk to her again. After I learned the full story, apparently she had accused me of stalking her after we stopped talking, and I would follow her to Walmart and watch her and stuff, which I found a really stupid reason because that was where I got picked up, and a lot of people did too. But apparently me going to Walmart to get picked up was me stalking someone. Then this was a few other stuff lead to all my really close female friends not talking to me anymore. And the one who originally accused me started telling as many people as she possibly could that I could no longer be able to have female friends, and so I could get in more trouble. They also reported me to the school so they could get me expelled. The counselor realized how stupid the story was, so I didn't get expelled. But they continued on spreading the rumor. Over time, the rumor evolved, and it went from me maybe stalking on a girl to I did stalk to a girl and harassed them as well. And then evolved further to I stalked and followed the girls home, and it would inappropriately touch them. Obviously, none of this is true, and most people who actually knew me knew it was a lie. Pretty much everybody in the school believed that was true. That's pretty much the story caught up until now. It's still ongoing and it has not stopped. I will literally go through so much stuff one day because of this. Recently, a random girl literally smacked me for no reason. I've been called names, harassed in the halls, and no one believes me because they always believe the girl in this type of situation.
That's deep. That's really deep. I feel sorry for him.
I'm so like...
The thing is, her friends obviously know that she's lying. That's why they're making the rumor bigger.
And I don't know. Wait, you know the girl that sat at Walmart alone?
Yeah.
Was she alone?
Yeah, she was alone, and then.
Did she have any friends? She only had that one.
School. No, she got picked up at Walmart as well.
Yeah, well, not then. But like I'm saying, did she have any friends? Because I feel like if she didn't have any friends, she did it for that reason.
Yeah. I feel like she started the rumor, and that's how she got most of her friends.
Like, bro, the guy is just trying to get education. Just let him get his bloody education.
I think that girl was dating his close friend, And then because they had an argument, his close friend was like, okay, make this rumour up and stuff like that. But all in all, she's dumb.
Exactly.
She's very dumb.
You know what? Let me tell you the thing about rumors. You know, in our old school.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know who I'm talking about? On the last day, they snitched on me.
Oh
Yeah. Basically, we went to the teacher. We were talking to them, like casually explaining what the issue was, because like I was not about to sit there and take the blame for something I didn't fucking do. We were just talking, yeah, out of the normal. I explained to him why I have this issue with this person, because she literally went on and was like, she did this, she got so angry, and when I asked her, did what I do really offend you? And she was like, no, but I just don't get it. And I was like, sir, here's the thing about rumors, yeah? I understand them, I'll ignore them, I'll move on with my life. But when they start interfering into my actual, studies and everything...
Because it was your last day as well.
How do you expect me to sit there and do nothing? And you know what he said?
What?
He was like, rumors is a thing that has been in high school all the time and will continue to be. There's not much we can do about it. Shut your ass up!
I don't get what. Did she bring up other stuff?
Yeah. From literally year 7. And I was like, I never talked to you then.
She was actually proper annoying.
I'm not...
Literally, I used to see her lip sync videos as well. She used to post TikToks. But her lips didn't move. It was like...
I'm talking about...
Yeah, I know. She did it as well.
Oh, wow. We're meant to talk about this. But I understand rumors, yeah? Like, they'll go so far. But the thing about rumors, like, one bad rumor can ruin your reputation for years.
It also depends who says it. Because if it was me or you who started a rumor about, let's say, a popular person, then it wouldn't go. But if it was a popular person who started a rumor, that would spread.
Exactly.
And it would expand and be like, oh, I actually remember this happened. And it wouldn't stop.
Exactly.
It wouldn't stop.
And sometimes the thing about rumors, let's say someone made up a rumor about me. I just now come to find out who they are. And I'm like, I don't even know your bloody name.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Who was it?
I remember who it is. I'll tell you later. But, like, I don't even know your name. Tell me how there's a correlation. Let's say there's a rumor about me giving a blowjob to someone.
Yeah.
This person would just randomly, I saw her do this, I saw her do this. I'm sorry, there's no correlation between us. How would you know anything?
And especially the story that you said in episode 3.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't even nudes.
They weren't. Here's the thing. How can, like, when I confronted that person, they were like, but you don't send nudes, right? So you don't gotta worry about it. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I remember when she said that. Not gonna lie, her drawing was rubbish. Alright, let's read... this one. So
wait, no, because here's the thing, I just want to know, why did everyone go to Walmart to get picked up?
Because it was near the school.
Walmart?
Yeah. So imagine Nipper is Walmart. We walk down, we go Walmart, that's where we're at, because it's a parking lot. It's easier.
Wait, so here's the thing though, because because he said eventually it started dying down. Eventually it was only like him and her who got picked up from that place. So how could anyone even see it? Here's the thing, what about
nobody
rumors?
saw it, she made it up.
Here's the thing about rumors, I just wish people, when they hear it, they like seek out for like some sort of evidence.
You know what he said that one of her friends came up to him and said never talk to her again.
Like, excuse me?
That's why I think she started it. Unless it was before or after he had the argument with his friend.
It was, he had the argument with his friend after.
So yeah, it started from before.
Rumors.
I feel like what the argument was for would be kind of relevant. Alright, let's read this one. Okay. Teacher genuinely cared and I didn't take advantage of it to open up to him. I was a senior class of 2020. I was going through revealing a past traumatic experience that happened 8 years before the time during a high school English IV honours presentation. This was on and off between Halloween 2019 and February 2020, and the day I experienced relieving trauma being on Halloween 2019. Let's call my teacher Mr. Daniels, not his name but keeping his identity private. He was my psychology honours teacher. Lol, it fits the situation though. I have my history of trust issues and bottling things up even from my family. Mr. Daniels noticed my body language, low mood, etc., and asked me if anything was going on I wanted to talk about. I said no, it's all good, and I didn't really want to talk about it, but thanks each time. Only people I talked about to the issue were my dad and my therapist. I feel I might have opened up to Mr. Daniels a bit more easily if I had transferred to that high school before my senior year. This issue revolved around having lost my mother very suddenly of an illness we didn't know she had till the autopsy results came in. I forgot the book project title we did, but it was basically about a son who lost his father and was searching for answers from people his father knew, but the son didn't. A kid made a nasty remark which added some salt to the wound that had been opened up during our report about the topic of the loss of a parent. 2 years later, I still debate if I should have reached out to Mr. Daniels. I'd say yes, but I barely knew around at the school I was graduating from, so I'm conflicted over what I should have done. If Mr. Daniels ever comes on to the forum, which I doubt, thank you for being there for me. If you recognize me somehow, a high school in South Florida I'm not disclosing. That's
What do you think? Should she have told Mr. Daniels?
I feel like, again, telling a teacher, it's gonna yeah.
I would never tell a teacher. Here's the thing though, I feel like the only times you ever tell a teacher is when you know you're gonna have certain issues during school times.
But the thing is, he's already getting like therapy from it and stuff.
Yeah, why would you?
And I feel like the reason he wanted to tell Mr. Daniel is to be like,
oh, it's a he.
Yeah, I think so.
I keep saying she.
I'm not sure. They haven't like said their gender or anything.
No, because if he or she doesn't trust Mr. Daniels, then it's difficult.
But I feel like they felt a connection towards him. They felt a connection towards Mr. Daniels.
But if that connection was super strong,
and the kid who made the nasty remark, like,
shut your mouth.
Exactly.
You know, you never know though, because like, what if it was like inside of some type of joke between him or her with their friends?
Yeah. Thing is, you can't judge anyone else's situation unless you really know
really know. You know, because like, Chandrika, tell me this. You know what's so weird about me? I'll either open up to a complete stranger because I know I don't care if they judge me, or I'll open up to someone I deeply trust.
Me.
No, but would you open up to a stranger?
Nah, because I'm like, what if I ever see them again, I'm gonna feel the most amount of guilt. And what if it's like secretly a police officer or something? Then
I would.
What? So if you saw a stranger randomly and they were like, "Hi, tell me about your life."
I'd only do it if they talked about their life first.
The thing is, yeah, if I'm just randomly sitting on a train and some person next to me just tells me all their problems, I'd be kind of like...
No, I would appreciate it. Do you know how fun that is?
No. Imagine you're sitting on a train and some guy's like, oh, this happened to me, and oh my God, like, oh, I had to do this and stuff like that. And you... thing is, in public, I like to mind my own business. I'm a very awkward person. So I'm like, okay, yeah, because I don't know what to do in that situation. I don't know that person, so what am I supposed to do in that situation?
Yeah, and you know the thing is, but the thing about strangers, like, I feel like when you talk to a stranger, it's just generally fun. I love, you know the thing, when I was like in Italy, major thing I noticed the difference between Italy and here is when you're in Italy, you like randomly will walk by a road. If you make eye contact with someone will smile. Everyone will smile at you.
Oh yeah, if you're walking in Tesco and you see a Brit, you do that awkward.
But like in Italy, everyone smiles. They're gonna hi, ciao, come stai? Like everyone asks like, how are you? So like, I had my reasons for leaving Italy, but it was such a happy, motivating pace, and like I feel like I felt so happy.
Yeah.
Like imagine, like you could be having a really bad day, feel isolated, and someone walks past you and they go like, "How are you?"
Oh, it would like brighten up your day.
Exactly.
The thing is about me, and I know this is very weird, but if I'm upset and someone asks me why you're upset, then I don't like it, because then, listen, this happened to me. My cousin, we were at a party, I was sitting down, he pulled down my chair. And this was at a wedding, so everyone was there. Everyone was around. I fell, and I didn't mind. I didn't care because nothing happened.
I would.
But when
throw
I sat
cake
back
on
up, because like everybody started coming up to me like, "You okay? You okay?" That's when I like started crying because I feel like when I get attention, a lot of attention, I feel really overwhelmed, and that's where I break. Or if I'm upset, and like my cousin asked me, "Are you okay?" I like to keep things bottled up. I don't like telling them to people.
Same. I like solving them, and then maybe I'll tell you.
I don't tell people because I feel like...
Except me.
Except you. I don't tell people because I feel like that's another level of thing. Like, the amount of anxiety I'd get after I told someone why I'm upset.
Because you don't know what they can do.
Because I'd be like, I don't know what you can do, and like, what do you think of me now, and stuff like that. And the thing about me is I care a lot about what people think of me. And that's what I hate about myself.
Whereas me, I could I don't care at all, but it's a bad thing sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Because people start to your reputation at the end of the day.
The thing is, about our old school, everybody knew me and stuff because my brother and everything. And, like, it was good, but sometimes I felt really uncomfortable because I'm like, these random people know me more than I know them.
Exactly.
And what I'd prefer to keep in a relationship is that I know more about you than you know about me. Because you've obviously told me more stuff than I've told you. Right?
I don't know. Probably.
Probably. Equal amounts.
Yeah.
But your stuff is 10 times more intense. But it's like, I like to keep stuff because I don't like telling people. It makes me feel really weird.
I get that.
Especially you. In a way.
What do you mean? You don't like telling me things?
No. Yeah, I tell you stuff. But especially with you, it's like, if I was sitting and I was clearly upset, just give me some time.
Yeah.
Because if I'm sitting here, you're right next to me, you're like, oh, what happened? Are you okay? What happened? Then that's where. And I hate it when I cry.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
I hate it when I cry in public and stuff. And this story happened. Do you remember basketball club in year 7?
I remember.
Okay, so basically, we were in a line, and it was me and it was a couple year 9s and stuff. And so these year 9s, this girl was supposed to get in the line and play, and these other year 9s were pushing her about. And I pushed her, and then she got really mad, and she was like, this is year 7, why is this freaking year 7 pushing me? Why is this year 7 touching me?
Remember, like, when we had to throw basketballs in the hoops?
Yeah.
Your ball accidentally hit her. She was like, if that was a bigger issue, I would have had to go to the hospital at least.
No, and then she started leaving, and everybody started staring at me. And that's where I broke. I didn't cry because I pushed her or whatnot.
Are we talking about?
Yeah.
We'll bleep that out.
We'll bleep that out. This is a different but the part where everybody looked at me is the part that got me upset. And that's when I started crying.
Oh, so you don't like the attention?
I hate attention when I'm upset.
Oh,
I hate it.
You want to be left alone.
Yeah, because I want to deal with it myself and then be like, oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I hate it. If I'm happy, give me all the attention I want. I don't mind. When I'm upset, stay
Just
away from me.
Leave
me alone. If I just randomly leave and I look visibly upset, trust me, 1 second I'm upset. Second second you ask me how I'm at. Third second I'm bursting. Third second I'm literally crying. And the thing is with me is, you know when you cry and you feel that lump in your throat?
Yeah. Those needles in your throat.
When I'm upset, that's what I'm feeling. And so if I have to talk, I can't concentrate on that anymore, so that's why I cry. That lump in my throat is me stopping myself from crying. When I'm upset, I'm concentrated. You see, I'm like pinpointing, okay, you're this upset, control your emotions and talk about it and deal with it, not talk about it. And if someone's like, oh, why are you upset, then that whole concentration, that whole line that I've been focusing on,
it's bubbly,
it's gone.
Oh,
it's cracked.
Yeah.
And I start crying. And I love people who ask, are you okay, and stuff like that, because I'm one of those people. I care for others, but I can tell when it's someone who wants space. Like this one time I saw Thingy crying. I'm not going to say her name.
You can say it, we'll bleep it out.
I saw her crying, And I told everyone to move because I could see that she was doing what I used to do.
Yeah.
And later on, she came up to me. She's like, "Oh, thanks for doing this and all that." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, welcome. I feel the same way."
That's why you don't like her.
I like her. I like her, but it's like I don't like her because I don't know her. If I knew her, I'm pretty sure I'd like her.
I love her, honestly.
Out of all three of them, I like the most.
I literally, I can't decide. Out of the three of them, they're all amazing. You lot don't know what we're on about. Let me change this. You know when you said the part where basketball, you know when you said you don't like it when there's a lot of negative attention to me. Here's the thing, I usually don't care, but you know what bothers me so much?
What?
You know when all the rumors are just like, we'll bleep that out too. You know when all the rumors started getting so excessive?
Yeah.
I didn't care. But what bothered me the most, people would come up to my sister and they would say things to her, and they would see her walking into the toilets. They were like, "Oh, that's Pound's sister." They would see her go like upstairs between lessons. They would say shit to her. She would come home and say all of that to me, and she would be like, "Are you okay?" This and that. I don't care what you say about me, but I feel like sometimes when you bring it to my sister, by the way, she's in year 7, like, shut your mouth. Like, deal it with me. You got a problem with me, deal it with me. And when I asked her to describe those people, I had no idea who they were. No idea. Like, most of the times, and I was sitting in my English class and I was talking to this random girl. She was like, everybody knows yours at this girl. Everybody thinks this of you. I'm like, I genuinely don't care. But the amount of people that know me and I don't know them, it's so ugly.
It's because you two, obviously, like, it's mostly because of the people that you knew that were spreading stuff around.
I don't care. Like, if you want to spread stuff about me, that's fine. Because you don't dare to go to my sister. That's when I started getting angry, and I was just like, I'm done. Like, I'm so angry. Like, and then when that happened with her, things just like bloop bloop bloop.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Because that was a serious thing. That was like full on serious. Listen, you don't know what we're talking about, but it's on episode 3, so just go.
So just go and
more views.
No. Yeah. I'm just generally. Here's what is the worst rumor experience you've ever had? I feel like
thing is, my memory is rubbish.
You never like. Here's the thing: there were never rumors about you. People just like said things about you. Like, they would just talk about your personality in a negative way, but nobody ever made a rumor about you. Tell me a rumor you've heard about me.
About you?
Yeah, other than that.
I'm gonna have to think.
No, there was this rumor.
Because every rumor I know about you, you already know.
There were so many rumors about I liked this guy. There was this actual rumor that I was bisexual. Where did that even come from? Like, there were so many random ones.
I know where it came from. It's because me and you are really close.
Yeah, and then people
people thought it was something romantically was going on.
Yeah, because in PE we would joke around, we would run around, slap each other, and they thought it was just like general, you know.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I didn't only do it with you, right? Like, I did it with our other friends.
Thing is, with girls, like, I'm close. Obviously, I'm not romantically interested, but like, I'm gonna be close with you physically if you're comfortable with it.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that teacher that came up to us. It's not professional. Oh god, there were like so many random rumors. I just somehow I don't understand. Like, when people tell me that, I'm like, sorry, I did what now?
The thing is, with your experience in
bleep that.
With your experience in our old school, I feel like there were really bad parts but really good parts as well.
Here's the thing, it was 70% bad but 30% good, and the 30% was so good.
That's why I feel like it made sense if you came here as well.
But you know, I feel like if I remained in that school, I would have not even the people spreading rumors, that's separate, but the whole, because you're doing 10 different subjects and they're high pressure. Like, that was that type of school. I would have not been able to handle it.
I feel like our school felt like a grammar school.
Yeah,
it was fun, but that's what I loved about it, because you got stuff done.
I'm not kidding. Like, the stuff I learned there was just like, whoa. Even the dumb people knew stuff.
You got stuff done. It was simple.
Like, whether you wanted to learn or not, you somehow always ended up walking out of those doors with something on your head. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, any subject from there, I could talk about it for hours.
What was your least favorite subject?
It was a good subject. But
don't say Punjabi. It's Punjabi.
I was gonna say. No, I love the subject, but it's like an hour of like ora era e.
You know,
yeah,
the subject that I hate the most. Specifically, I hate it because of the teacher. But like, I feel like I liked all of the subjects. Like they were all decent, you know. But geography,
geography.
I hated it.
Geography was waffle. Geography.
It's not even that. Sometimes, you know, I actually would put effort into the test. What I mean by effort is revise before the test, like 2 minutes before the test. I'll do it, okay? I know it's not big and major, but everything. I'm the type of person is like, you can never get a 0 on a test. Geography, I always got below than 5. I've never got higher than that.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to just sit next to her and I used to just copy her. I just used to.
Same. All I did in geography was copy people, and I ended up getting such low scores.
Obviously,
but the teacher hated me, and that's what ruined it.
Which one? First one or second one?
The first one I loved.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say their name because I doubt they're gonna listen to this. No, Monsieur. He was okay. Let me tell you. Yeah.
He's so probably sitting in France right now.
This guy. First week, he was my French teacher for the first, I think, 4 weeks of year 7. Then he disappeared. Come in to his lesson. No lights in the room. Gloomy, dark. Just no happiness. There's no happiness in this room.
He reminded me of a French fry.
I could see him with a French moustache and, like, you know, those hats. Yeah. And I could just see him.
But his French speaking was nice. Anyways, carry on.
Oh, yeah. His voice was really nice.
Yeah.
Not his voice, but, like, the way he
caramelized onions. Even though I don't like them.
And what would happen is the first week he'd say the register. And what I like is that people know how to pronounce my name now. They actually, like, properly, the first time they read it, they can pronounce it. Because, obviously, the way that you actually say it, obviously, I don't expect anyone to know how to pronounce it that way.
Same with me.
But in English, Chandrika, simple, is a people put effort into it, and they're like, "Oh, remind me if I'm wrong." This guy, Chandrika. First week, Chandrika. I'm like, oh, and the thing is, now I don't bother correcting anyone if they get my name wrong.
You know, he used to call me Pavanja. Pavanja. Like the W had so much emphasis.
I don't care anymore I don't care if a teacher mispronounces my name if it's close. If it's far off, like Chandrika, yeah. But if it's like Chandrika,
this point
I'll be like, yeah, miss, that's fine and whatever. And because obviously they'll hear my friends and stuff like saying my name, and then they'll realize I'm saying. But this guy, first week, Chandrika, and I was like, so that's not my name. He's like, oh, okay. Remind me next week or something like that, along those lines. Next week I was like, oh, hi sir, it's me, Chandrika. Chandrika. Third week, he's not in. Third week he's not in. Fourth week comes Chandrika. What happens after that? I correct him for the final time, and he's like, oh, okay, don't worry, I'll say good from now on. He doesn't come again. He disappears. He doesn't come back ever again. He's gone. He's finished.
You know the thing about my name? Even you don't get it. No one says it right. No one.
Is it Pavanjit?
Yeah. So I feel like when someone says my name actually pronouncingly correct, I love it.
Thing is,
I love it.
I feel like if I say your name correctly, everyone else is gonna be like, you're saying it. I feel like that happened once as well.
Yeah. It happened. I believe that. It happened. I said it, and then you were like,
you're editing this, not me.
Oh God. Wow.
It happened here. It happened here on the first few weeks. I called you Pavanjit, and then I think someone came up to me. I'm like, I swear your name's Pavanjit.
At this point, I don't even bother anymore because, like, I don't care. You know what? Like, at the end of the day.
Yeah, but if you're gonna keep saying next week I'll say your name properly, and then and then you're just, and then the week he left, I thought he was genuinely gonna say my name right. I was genuinely like, oh, this guy's like really apologetic. Every lesson he's like, okay, guys. I thought he was genuinely gonna be like, and even if he said it wrong, I'd be like, fine, at least this guy's
I'm
trying.
not kidding.
He didn't come. He disappeared.
I didn't learn any French from this guy. Any.
All I learned was bonjour croissant, pain au chocolat, pain au raisin, I love a French accent. I love it. It sounds so
Really?
nice. Yeah.
You know what? I hate accents so much. I don't know why.
Look.
Mainly because I have one.
No, it's like I love the way they say it because they say it with so much sass.
You know,
And automatically, if you're French, I'm gonna think you're higher than me. I'm gonna put you high above me in the hierarchy. I'm gonna be like, you're French. Prioritize. Here's my money. Go, please. I respect you. I feel like they have like such a like
rich.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, dark chocolate.
Yeah, I feel like their voice is very rich. Like ha ha ha, croissant.
Oh, you know, when I first came here, in year 7. It was it was the first day in that school, and we used to talk and everyone. And when everyone came up to me and they were like, "Oh, you have an American accent," I was like, "What?"
Thing is, I don't know how you got an American
I know.
accent.
I did some thinking on this. Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah, okay.
Basically, in year 5, when I first came here in 2017, I was here. And I was doing my life. I was learning English and everything. The main advice my teacher gave me was like, just watch videos, any videos. Just make sure they're in English.
Speaking American.
They were speaking American English.
I have a.
And a bit of it comes because I'm Italian, but still, yeah.
I have a cousin, not a cousin, like a family friend. They're like what, 5. They watch a lot of American stuff. So now, even though he was born here, he has an American accent. And every time I go to his house and I bring one of my brothers, they're like, why does he have an American accent? He's like, guys, oh my god, like, seriously?
Like, I can't, I want to speak in a British accent, but I generally can't. Like, I'm not kidding. If I go to the GP or the dentist, they don't understand half the time what I'm saying. Like, I was at the dentist.
Nah, but dentist is confusing because you're like,
you can't even talk. You've got your mouth hanging open.
You know what I love about the dentist is that white thing that they put and they're like, don't eat for half an hour. It tastes so nice. I don't swallow it, obviously.
I don't know what you're on about.
You know when you're finished with the dentist appointment and they put a bit of filling in?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like sweet. And then they're like, don't eat for half an hour and whatnot.
You know, my whole like experience in the dentist was, you know what, I'm not kidding. The first time I ever went to the dentist was when I came here in the UK. In Italy, you don't have to do it.
What?
You don't have to go to the dentist. You don't have to register. Hey, you register every 6 months. They book you an appointment.
Yeah, but it's like, the thing about this is like they say it's free healthcare, but it's not.
Shut up. Exactly.
Because the
You're
amount of
stealing
tax you give.
Yeah. And here, like when my first ever appointment happened, the lady checked my teeth. Here's the thing. I knew the situation with my teeth were bad because I had a toothache every 2 days. I understood. But the first ever experience I had this with the lady, yeah, she was opening my, she was like, oh, this, you have so many cavities, you have blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I'll just,
do what you want, yeah.
Yeah. She did the filling. I started crying because she didn't numb. I'm not kidding. She did numb, but she's very impatient and she did it quickly, so it wasn't numb completely. She did it hurt so bad. And you know what the worst part of the dentistry for me?
What?
When you do the x-rays, because she put the thing in my mouth, and I don't know, every single dentist I've been to, they're like, you have a small mouth and everything. They put it in, it was so big I couldn't bite down. It was like I kept gagging on it and I couldn't bite down, and like sorry. And it was just and then the second experience, so I started crying and she was like, I'll book you to another one, I'll book you to a specialist because you cried so much, you need to stop having chocolate.
How old are you? Like 10?
Yes. I went to so they booked me to the specialist. I went to the specialist. He had an assistant with her. It felt like he was gossiping about me, bro. I was
nail techs. You walk in and you can just, they eye you. You're sitting there and you're like unsure and you're there, and then you know they're just chatting shit about you, just talking to each other. And I'm just like, the thing is, I really want to learn Mandarin, but I know I'm not gonna put effort into it. Go on Duolingo, 3 days, finish. But I know that I'm just going to learn all the insults. And I'm going to learn she, one in front of me and stuff. And I'm just be like, I know Mandarin. And then just not speak Mandarin again. Just anything else they say, I'll be like, I'll just look at them. And then be like, you know Mandarin. And then they'll speak me Mandarin. I'm like, you don't deserve my respect, so I'm not going to translate that. I'm not going to translate that. Sorry.
But yeah, let me continue. So when I was with the specialist, he was gossiping about me to his assistant. Oh, this is so bad. In the middle of nowhere, he started talking about his daughter. Shut up.
Should I simulate a dentist for you? C4 partially erupted.
So so true.
B6 partially erupted. I googled when I left. I was like, what does partially erupted mean? I thought it meant like half my teeth like erupted. It means that it's not fully gone. The thing is, I think I don't count, but I think I've only lost 8 baby teeth.
Oh, I still have a baby teeth.
I still have like 1 billion baby teeth.
I went to the hospital. They're removing it.
None of my molars are baby teeth. No, all of my molars are baby teeth.
I don't know what a fucking molar is.
Like the back ones.
Oh.
The thing is, I feel like if I'm gonna get braces, because I feel my teeth aren't bent, but they're not straight either.
My top are fine, they're alright, but my bottom one, there's one that's like so fucked up. It ruins everything.
I feel like that you're gonna get braces.
No, my dentist, like, I commented on it, like, my dentist, because I can't, because I'm having so many treatments done on the bottom.
But
you know
you're
what?
gonna have to eventually get it, I think.
You know, I've got some fucked up teeth. I don't understand if it's like a bloodline thing or what is it. Like, you know, for my nerve, I can't speak much about this, but basically my nerve thing, they were like, I'm gonna fill it up and everything. They were like, every tooth has a 2 nerve except the back ones. They have 4. They were like, I think we have a 3rd one somewhere. What?
What the hell?
They're sending me all the way to Hounslow now to get that checked out. And I was just like, what the hell?
6'9", partially erupted. I think we have a cavity coming. And
but dentistry is so hard. Like,
nah, I saw this person and like, no hate to them, I feel like they were having a very bad time, and their teeth weren't in a good state, and I was like, next, obviously, but I waited for them. They went in and they were like, oh, your teeth are very bad, and you're like, if someone's clearly they can't take care of their teeth, you don't just say it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my mum, when I was 5, I always forgot to brush my teeth. My mum was like, she never brushes her teeth. Hash brush. I think dentist gave you a sticker, right? Once you were done.
I don't know, because I've never been to it except now.
Oh, that reminds me of the life bus. Wait, I'm going to talk about that again. Don't worry, we're talking about the life bus. I think, no, she gave you a free toothbrush at the end. Oh, I used to get those strawberry toothpaste, and then I used to brush every day. Once it finished, I was just like, nah, not worth my time. My mum, she never brushed her teeth. She never.
I love your mum.
My mum at Specsavers. Oh my God.
Guys, I went to Specsavers with Chandrika and her mum. It was the best experience in my life. I love
the whole time she was like, if your number
goes lower, I'm taking your phone.
Just imagine you're taking your phone ever again. I literally asked her. I was like, does your phone like color? And she's like, yeah, but it could be a bit sore on your eyes. It doesn't. No, but it could be. Yeah. My mum was like, see, and I was like, you didn't even understand what she said.
You know, here's the thing. I talked because my parents, everyone kept being like, stop being on your phone. This. I asked my eye doctor, wherever he is. I asked him, he was like, no, it has no effect. Your diet and you going outside has an effect. So now that nobody mentions it in my family anymore. No one.
My mum on parents' evening. Every time she's like, I'm going to tell your teacher what you've been doing at home and how you're not a good child. I'm like, this is for you to talk to them, not for them.
Tell me one of your worst parents' experience. Like, I'll explain mine. It was so bad. But you go on.
Parent experience? What do you mean?
Like parents' evening experience.
Oh. Basically, I used to sign my own reading record. And my mum snitched. And then they called my brother to bring me there. And then she was like, you've been signing your own reading record, haven't you? And then, so I just read a few lines. And I was so like that. I was like, Ma. And every day, my mum was just like, it's your parents' evening. I'm going to tell them what you've been up to. And every day, she snitched on my reading record. And then what happened was I got home and then I read for 3 days and then I just continued signing up myself for 3 days. No other effect. And I was and I was just like really young and stuff.
It's understandable. I want to meet a young Chandrika.
I was like, who reads for 10 minutes? I read, according to my reading record, A Tiger Goes to School for 8 days straight. It's an 8-page book with like pictures and
drawings and stuff. Yeah. Let me tell you about my worst experience in like parents' evening. Basically, because in Italy, my parents, my dad was busy.
Yo, by the way, this is 40 minutes long.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, we'll cut it short quickly. Basically, with my parents, nobody, like, my dad wasn't available. My mom was like not like available at the same time. So my sister used to do my parents' evening. there was this time, bro, because in Italy you have 2 teachers that teach you every single subject. I had this teacher. Basically what she did, she was talk to me, and she was always like, I had a mood with me, yeah, always. And like it got to the point I was like, she got so angry, like if I didn't read properly, oh yeah.
Oh God, my ears are breaking, bro.
Like she used to be so much. At one point my sister wrote it on a diary. Okay, she picked up the because we had mini diaries that parents could write their shit in. She picked up the diary, went to the principal. She went to the principal. She was like, hey, if your sister really badly wants to talk about this, she could talk about it to the principal. And on parents' evening, she was such a faker in front of my sister. She was like, hi, yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, because I feel like they don't want to deal with that either.
Just shut up. Like, honestly. And she was nasty. Like, bro, she used to carry not a suitcase, but those things where you put like documents in.
Oh.
Why would you
I don't know. Back to the life pass. She never had a life pass. I feel so bad for you.
Explain what a life pass is.
Okay, basically, yeah. They got you into a line. You'd miss about 2 periods. You'd go in and you'd sit down and stuff. And I think they taught you about science, biology mostly. There was this puppet giraffe and a bunch of his friends. And basically, I remember one where we watched a cartoon of him, and I think something to do with drugs. And he got forced into doing drugs. And then we were like, oh, this is happening. It was an entertaining episode. Barely had any dialogue, either way. And then under the thing was the actual puppet. And they would like mime it and be like that. And then be like, you did this wrong. And so it would be like explained to him. And then you'd have like this quiet time where there would be like stars up. And you just lay down and just look at them. It was hella cramped though. But it was hella fun as well. It used to be every year.
Oh, okay. I hate that I never got to.
Alright, so that's the end because this is 41 minutes. But
do watch till the end or I'm gonna murder you once I find you. But yeah, that's it.
Alright, bye.
Boy, boy.